Welcome to AKITO'S WORLD TV. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and for some parts of the world, good morning and good afternoon. Hello, my name is Akito Tanaka from Yiem International, located in Japan, Tokyo. I'm very glad to see you again. And today, main theme is Japanese impression. So I would like to give you, and I would like to share you the opinions and the impressions from a lot of foreigners who live in Japan or who are based in Japan. Since you have already known, because in the last our film I already mentioned that I ran my business both in Japan and in Thailand, and I have a lot of business partners, and then I have a lot of friends who live in Japan and who are based in Japan. So this time I would like to give you and share the opinions because before making this film, I already submitted and already gave the questionnaires to the foreigners, and then they gave me the frank opinions. So I would like to share with you, and then I would like you to refer these opinions. And then if you get any chance to come over to Japan, or if you have any chance to communicate with the Japanese people, and then if you would like to know anything about Japan, I hope that this time's film will be in some way will be used for your reference. So now, starting from the Japanese impression, how the foreigners who live in Japan or who come over to Japan for sightseeing, how they feel about the country of Japan. That's the first our topic that I would like to share with you on this film. Well, I received a lot of interesting and very funny opinions as well. But these are the frank opinions from the foreigners who are based in Japan. Well, for the general impression, that's the first item that I would like to share with you now. Well, opinion. Well, Japan is a very safe country. So in the country, it is okay to go out without locking the door. Many people live in a small island peacefully. So we esteem or harmony. There is no extreme poverty. We think we belong to the middle class, and we have to work hard enough to keep the present condition. Everyone can read and write, so even a beggar read books. That's the frank opinions, and that's the frank impressions from the foreigners. But this opinion comes from the Germany guy. Well, I thought and then after I give you the opinions in the comments from the foreigners, I would like to share my own opinions. In this opinion, as a Japanese citizens and a Japanese people, it was quite interesting. And then I thought something comes from the foreigners, and maybe some Japanese people feel about the same way because frankly speaking, we don't have anything or any people if we don't have anybody to compare with. But since if I have these kind of opinions, it's very easy, and then it's much easier for me to compare with something that we have, right? And then I thought it was quite interesting. Yep. Next is regarding the Japanese nature. Okay, I read. Okay, next opinion comes from American lady. Japan is a very mountainous country. Mount Fuji is a volcano with a perfect cone shape. We have many active, dormant and extinct volcanoes. We usually make ridges in fields to help the plants grow better and faster. A Japanese garden is a miniature of natural landscape. Well, in this opinion, I would like to appreciate this opinion to the part of Japanese garden. It's like a Japanese garden is a miniature of natural landscape. I really would like to say thank you, arigato, to this opinion. I thought it's a funny opinion as well, and very unique opinion. Yes. So next part is old and now. Old and now. This comes from the Italian female. This opinion comes from the Italian female. Please listen. There are two things we will never change in the future. One is the deep bathtub, and the other is to take off shoes at home. Meiji Restoration in 1868 was really an epoch in the modernization of Japan. Japanese houses are thought to be made of wood and paper. Japanese are ceremonial animals. We start our work with a morning ceremony. We bow to each other saying "Ohayo gozaimasu" or "Good morning" first. Japan is one of the most liberal countries in the world. We can say anything without fear. But formality creates tensions, nervousness, and bureaucracy. Well, to this opinion, I have one comment to the part of we can say anything without fear. No, we cannot say that. We really have to. Japanese people, well, for my personal opinion, Japanese people are very care about the others, and then we will always care about what we say. Because I have an experience to study in the United States of America when I was 11th grade, which was when I was, our 11th grade was like when I was 15 years old. And then I thought Americans are very frank, but at the same time, I thought honestly that they tell honestly, and then they share their opinions are very frankly. But on the other side, Japanese people, we really think, okay, is this okay to say this? Or after we say this, do we have to blame ourselves or something? Yeah, as Japanese people, that's what I feel. So this parts of the opinion, and then thank you very much for sharing our frank opinion, but I just wanted to make one comment. And for the other parts, about for the bathtub thing, and then take off shoes at home when we entering the house. I thought this is very unique. And then this is something that the Japanese people really respect of. And then we really make it in our like traditional customs. Yeah, right. This is our Japan, and then this is a true opinion that how foreigners feel. Alright, okay, so I would like to proceed to the next part. Next part is building a house. Okay, this comes from a Brazilian female. Many houses are irregular in shape. Houses had existed before towns were created. The room becomes our bedroom by making a bed on the floor, and it becomes a dining room by setting a table. A sliding door is more convenient and saves much space. Japanese-style toilet is sanitary and clean because we don't touch any part of it with our body. Well, yeah, thank you very much for this opinion. For this our opinion, I thought it is kind of something also unique, and then thank you very much for how can I say that she made her frank opinions and then share how she honestly feels. Thank you for that. Okay, and next I would like to share about our theme of shopping. Well, this opinion comes from our Cambodian guy. This is quite interesting. Please listen. Well, there is no tipping in Japan. It is impolite and rude to give someone money without wrapping it. When we visit someone, we often give some gifts as token of affection. When we are on a trip, we bring back some souvenirs for our friends. Japanese waste lots of goods. They throw away too much, too easily. Wrapping is one of the important elements for the Japanese taste. And yes, thank you very much. When I read this comment, I thought this is something that I would like to, how can I say that we have to change for some parts, because I'm sure that according to a lot of countries, Japanese people might be from the point of how can I say, financial point of view, maybe many foreigners think that Japan is quite a rich country, But at the same time, as a Japanese people, I feel maybe for the financial point of view or economical point of view, it is true. But on the other side, like people living in Tokyo, I'm one of them. But we sometimes are chased by the time, and then we don't have enough space in our heart to care about the others. And then I always think that it's something that we need to change. And then this is very our strong, like straight opinion to the Japanese people, so that there is something that as a Japanese people we have something to be able to learn from this comment, like such as for like wasting points, and our especially for the wasting lots of goods. Maybe this is something that maybe we need to change. I mean, to make a better world, not only the country of Japan, but to think about like in like worldwide. But thank you very much for this opinion. Okay, our two more. Next comes to fashion. This opinion is made from the Filipino ladies. Fashion. Japanese are taller than you think. There are a few fat people in Japan. When we eat many kinds of foods, rice, seaweed, fish, vegetables, and so on, we look alike with black hair and dark eyes. But if you live here long, you may find difference in individuality. Japanese wear good dresses. Japanese spend a lot of money on clothes. Only a few people wear kimono. It is beautiful to look, but not comfortable to put on. It is worn for some ceremonial occasions. You can see kimono women on New Year's Day and January 15th. Okay, thank you very much for this comment. And then on January 15th, this is our ceremonial day for the Japanese people. When we turn to 20 years old, we celebrate on this day, on this age. And then it's called seijinshiki in Japanese word. And to celebrate for those teenagers turn to 20. When we turn over to 20 years old, Japanese people will celebrate. Yes, and then it was quite interesting to read that Japanese people are taller than you think. Because for Japanese people, I agree that Westerners and like Americans, for me as well, I feel that they are much taller than the Japanese people. But actually, I agree to this Filipino lady that Japanese are quite, some Japanese people are quite tall. Right. And then it was also quite interesting comment that she mentioned there are a few fat people in Japan, which means that there are not a lot of Japanese people who are fat. Wow, I don't know how to make this comment, but for some parts, I agree for like some people, but I think it could be mentioned to all over the world at equal. So I don't know, maybe you can feel and then you can see if you get chance to come to Japan. Okay, last item is food. This comment is made by our Hawaiian guy. But Hawaiians belong to the United States of America, so maybe I can just conclude that this is from American guy. But he is actually from the Hawaiian guy. For the last item, food. Please listen. A set menu is very popular in Japan. Japanese eat food with their eyes. Japanese like noodles. Japanese need to drink alcohol to smoothen their human relationships. It removes the silliness in their mind. We are generally We are generally weaker in drinking. Thank you very much for this comment. And then, this is true that a set menu is popular. So when you come over to Japan, and if you get any chance to come to Japan, please try any kinds of Japanese food set. And then, as a Japanese people, I have experience to go abroad and go to many countries so far. And then, as a Japanese people, I feel the Japanese food is the very, very good food. I'm sure in worldwide, there are a lot of good foods and taste very good. But I agree to our this Hawaiian guy who made a comment that the Japanese like our food is quite good or something, and then we see on our eyes. I agree with this comment, and then Japanese people really care about what kind of taste is this, and then we eat and we see on our eyes, and then if we always compare with the Japanese food and then the local foods, and if it's good, and then we just keep eating that. But for Japanese people, this is true to go to Hawaii, and this is very true to go to a lot of foreign countries. But I receive a lot of comments from the foreigners that they like the country of Japan, and then I would like to appreciate these kind of comments. To give you the first part of the conclusion, I would like to say thank you very much. ありがとうございます to the watchers and to the audience. And then once again, thank you very much for making your honest and frank opinions, and to this like especially for this internet TV program. Okay, so now I would like to conclude the first session of this TV program. After the commercial film, I would like to go on to the second part. Second part is the Japanese ranking, which has also ranked by the foreigners who are based in Japan and also who lives in Japan. Okay, so see you on the next part. Okay, thank you very much on the first part. Bye bye. Hello, welcome back to AKITO'S WORLD TV. Okay, so now I would like to start the second part of this program. Do you still remember today's theme? Today's theme is Japanese impression for the first part. But for the second part, I would like to give you the ranking, Japanese ranking, which is made by the foreigners. I already handed out the questionnaires to the foreigners who are based in Japan and who are doing business in Japan, which means that they live in Japan, and then already are collected and then are ranked by those opinions. Okay, so first, at first, I would like to give you the sightseeing ranking, and next, I would like to give you the food ranking. for the foreigners, yeah, maybe please be looking forward to hearing what kind of foods are popular and what kind of places is very famous and popular in Japan. And then maybe you can take it for your reference if you get any chance to come to Japan, or if you have any friends who get chance to come to Japan. Alright, so first starts from the sightseeing ranking. Sightseeing ranking, I would like to go on from number 10 to number 4. From number 10, Tokyo Station. Okay, so I will give you the what is this, where is this, and what we have in this area after I gave you the ranking I'm mentioning. Okay, so rank 10 is Tokyo Station. Number 9 is Kabuki. Next, number 8 is Nara. Number 7 is Nikko. Next, I go on to number 6 is Akihabara. Number 5 is Tokyo Skytree. Number 4 is Yufuin Hot Spring. Thank you very much for those are volunteer members who gave me your frank ranking. Okay, so I would like to give you the information from number 10. Tokyo Station. Tokyo is a terminal station for Shinkansen Blue Train that extend to the north and south and serves as the railhead of Japan's railway network. So if you go to the Tokyo Station, you can see a lot of people who's always crowded, especially in the morning or at the evening time. Yeah, you can feel it, how busy it is. Next, number 9, Kabuki. Kabuki. Japanese unique traditional entertainment involves special songs, drums, shamisen, and dance performance by actors whose faces are made up with white powder. The beauty of the dancing actors and the intensity of the atmosphere make it worth watching. I have been to Kabuki and I feel as Japanese people, it's really worth watching. Please try. The Kabuki headquarters is located in the center of Tokyo. Number 8, Nara. Nara was designated the capital in 710 and serves as the center of Japan for a brief period of less than a century. Visitors are tempted to take many photos of the beautiful scenery of special temples and shrines that reminds us of the history of the ancient capital 1,300 years ago. The rich color contrast of the season with cherry blossoms, spring greenery, and autumn foliage and buildings retaining an historical atmosphere. Yeah, well, actually, Nara is very famous for the school excursions for the high school and the junior high school students. Next rank is number 7, Nikko. Nikko is known for the Nikko Sanai area. Nikko Sanai area with World Heritage shrines and temples, including Nikko Toshogu, dedicated to Ieyasu Tokugawa, the founder and first shogun of the Tokugawa shogunate, long-term feudal government that ruled between 1603 and 1867. Yeah, please visit if you get chance. Next, number 6, Akihabara. Number 6 is Akihabara. Commonly referred to as Akiba for Japanese people. Renowned as the world's leading electronics district, you will have no trouble finding computers, computer parts, cell phones, and internet products in this town that offers the latest in multimedia. So if you want to find any electrical devices, please try to visit Akihabara. Number 5, Tokyo Skytree. Tokyo Skytree, with a height of 634 meters, is the world's tallest freestanding broadcasting tower. Please try to visit. Number 4 is Yufuin Hot Spring. The Japanese have always enjoyed soaking in a bathtub at home, and the volcanic country has over 2,000 hot springs. So in Japan, there are more than 2,000 hot springs, and then Yufuin is ranked in number 4. So if you get any chance, actually this is located in a part of Kyushu, and then you have to fly or you have to take a blue train from Tokyo, the capital of Japan, but it's really worth visiting. Please try. Okay, thank you very much for listening from number 10 to number 4. So I would like to proceed to the number 3 to number 1. Number 3 is Asakusa. Number 2 is Kyoto. Okay, now this is the time that I mentioned, which is ranked in number 1. Number 1, which is ranked as the Japanese most and popular places, is Mount Fuji. So maybe you don't need any our very long information about these 3 places, but I would like to tell you briefly what they are. Asakusa is always number 3, which is ranked in number 3. Asakusa is always full of people in interactions to enjoy its seasonal festivals and its traditional streetscapes and culture. Okay, number 2 is Kyoto. Kyoto was the capital of Japan for more than 1,000 years, from 794 to 1869, with the imperial palace for the emperor located there. Number 1, many Japanese people love to visit this place as well, which is Mount Fuji. Mount Fuji is straddling the volcanoes with Shizuoka and Yamanashi prefectures. It is located in the 2 prefectures. Mount Fuji is one of the Japan's 3 major mountains and also the highest in Japan at 3,776 meters. Located near the center of the Japanese are its prominent summit and solemn beauty of the perfect cone shape, and has become the symbol of Japan and the pride of the Japanese people. And congratulations to Mount Fuji. It is selected and registered as a World Heritage. Okay, that's the ranking for the Japanese sightseeing spot. Thank you very much for listening. Okay, for the last program, I would like to proceed to the Japanese food for the ranking. But I'm sorry, since the time is very limited, I would like to go over from number 10 to number 1 first. And then for those food which need explanation, I would like to give you the information. Okay, so for the Japanese food, and then please try, if you get chance, to come over to Japan. Starting from number 10. Number 10 is shabu shabu. So I will give you the explanation at the same time. Well, the shabu shabu is a cooking method that could be used for meat as well as other ingredients, and draws out of the nature ingredients. That's shabu shabu. Please try. Number 9 is okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is Japanese brown pancake, and our soul food that presents Osaka. And okonomiyaki is a food prepared by placing ingredients on top of wheat for dough, which is then cooked on a teppan metal plate. Please try. Okay, number 8 is tempura. I don't need any, well, you don't need any information about tempura, right? And I'm sure that you have a lot of Japanese restaurants, you can try and then you can taste the tempura at your country. But please try. And number 7 is sukiyaki. Number 6 is yakitori. Yakitori is a simple dish for the general public. 4 to 5 pieces of chicken cut into bite-sized pieces, grilled on a bamboo stick that is about 15 centimeters long. Number 5 is takoyaki, a popular hot snack originating from Osaka, and it is an indispensable staple during a Japanese Matsuri festival. That's ranked in number 5. Number 4 is gyoza. In Japan, gyoza is pan fried. And then gyoza is meat and or vegetable filling wrapped into a thinly rolled piece of round dough made of wheat flour, water, and salt. Okay, so now I would like to proceed on to the top three. Top three, I'm sure that most of you have ever heard these Japanese food, which is quite popular. Rank number 3 is udon. Easy to serve and add variety. Number 2 is ramen, noodles. Well, which is ranked in number 1 is sushi, raw fish. Yep, that's our Japanese food ranking. And then thank you very much for watching our today's TV program and for listening for the Japanese food ranking. As a conclusion, I would like to say thank you very much to each and every one of the audience who watched this internet TV program. Starting from the first part. Okay, so I would like to conclude by saying and by expressing my sincere gratitude. And thank you very much once again. And then see you next time. I hope that you have today is Christmas Day, right? So to Merry Christmas to each and every one of the people, to all over the world. And then I wish you a Happy New Year. See you next year. Thank you very much. This is Akito Tanaka from Yiem International. Bye-bye. Thank you very much. ありがとうございました。Bye-bye.